December 2025 will not be an ordinary month. It will not be a passing energetic phase or just another emotional cycle. For the chosen ones, this will be the month when heaven makes a direct, decisive, and irreversible move. The final December portal will open, not for everyone, but only for those who already carry the mark of true awakening. Those whose souls have already been awakened to their mission, even if their bodies are still adjusting to the call. This portal does not reveal those who speak beautifully, who fake spirituality, or who collect motivational quotes. It reveals only those who truly carry the frequency of truth, courage, and divine obedience. It reveals those who have faced their own desert without giving up, who survived nights no one else saw, who remained faithful when everything seemed against them. In the chosen ones, this portal will activate something that has been prepared for years, a spiritual clarity that exposes paths, cuts ties that no longer serve, and rekindles purposes buried under the pressures of the world. It doesn't awaken those who are asleep. It expands those who are already awake. And if you are hearing these words right now, there is a great chance that you are part of this movement. Because this portal does not call crowds, it calls prepared souls. Before we continue, I am George, and if you are a chosen one in the process of awakening, follow this channel right now and activate all notifications so you don't miss the next spiritual messages that God is releasing for this time. The December portal will not be just another energetic shift, nor an ordinary spiritual cycle, like so many the world mentions superficially. This portal is a divider of realities, a line that separates those who have truly awakened from those who merely touch the surface. The chosen will feel its approach even before the month begins. It will be like a silent, deep, almost instinctive calling, a sense that something great is being aligned in heaven and that the soul must prepare to receive it. The spiritual atmosphere will become denser, not in heaviness, but in purpose. God will begin moving the pieces of the invisible chessboard to position each chosen one exactly where they need to be. The chosen will notice the beginning of this opening when old feelings, unresolved memories, and situations that seemed dormant start resurfacing intensely. This is not regression. It is purification. Every portal born to elevate must first cleanse, and December 2025 will arrive with that divine requirement. Those who try to escape this process will feel resistance. Those who embrace it will understand they are being prepared for a higher spiritual level. This portal will demand courage, because it exposes. It shows what you didn't want to see. It illuminates what you tried to ignore. And that revelation is the first sign that you are being separated from your old self. The portal will also expand the discernment of the chosen. Sensitivity will heighten. Perception will sharpen. People's intentions will become clear, without them needing to speak. Words, expressions, gestures. Everything will become sharper, as if the spirit were reading beyond appearances. What once seemed confusing will become obvious. What once deceived you will lose its power. This doesn't come from the ego, but from the spiritual elevation God releases upon His children when they cross portals destined for their higher purpose. It is at this point that many chosen will realize they've been surrounded by distractions disguised as affection, by connections that have already expired, by environments that no longer align with their light. This portal will also bring a sense of displacement, not because you are lost, but because you are being repositioned. When God prepares a chosen one to advance, He disconnects them from what held them back. People drift away. Doors close. Paths dissolve. None of this is punishment. It is direction. The December portal will set this movement of divine separation into motion. And the chosen who understand this will not suffer from the losses, but will understand that they are being called to something their current environment can no longer sustain. There will also be the awakening of gifts, not in a theatrical way, but quietly, precisely, deeply. Prophetic dreams will intensify. Premonitions will become clearer. Intuitive messages will come more frequently. Signs that you once questioned will begin to repeat with such accuracy that they will be impossible to ignore. God has always spoken to his chosen ones, but in December 2025, he will speak louder. He will speak more directly. He will speak unmistakably, not to frighten, but to prepare you for what is being released. And finally, this portal will bring acceleration. Everything that seemed stuck will begin to flow. Dreams that once felt distant will draw near rapidly. Doors that took years to open will swing wide effortlessly. Spiritual time will compress, and everything will happen more quickly for the chosen. They will realize that it's not about effort, it's about alignment. The December portal will tune your frequency with the divine plan, and once aligned, nothing will be able to stop what God has already determined. The signs of awakening. During the December 2025 portal, the signs that precede the portal begin subtly, but the chosen perceive them because their spirit is already trained to feel what the world cannot see. The first movement is internal, a restlessness that doesn't hurt, but awakens. It's as if the soul whispers, "Prepare yourself, because you are about to enter a new level." It's not ordinary anxiety, but a deep calling, a vibration that intensifies quietly. From that moment on, everything begins to shift, even if, at first glance, nothing around seems different. Discernment expands in a surprising way. You will find you can no longer stay near people who carry doubtful intentions. Everything that once seemed tolerable will begin to feel heavy. Empty conversations will no longer fit within your spirit. There will be a natural, almost involuntary distancing, because the portal demands energetic purity. God will not allow the new cycle to mix with old interference. And the closer the portal gets, the clearer this divine separation becomes. Dreams begin to intensify. Many chosen ones will report dreams so vivid, they feel as real as waking life. Dreams that bring instructions, warnings, revelations. It is during this portal that God will use the dream realm to deliver specific directions. What was once symbolic will become literal. What was once confusing will become clear. These dreams will serve as spiritual maps, showing what must be left behind and what must be embraced. Another powerful sign is emotional purification. The portal requires lightness, and therefore it acts as a deep cleansing of the soul. Old emotions will surface to be released. Crying will be common, but not suffering. It will be release. The Spirit will push out everything that would hinder your ascension. The chosen will feel as if they are going through a kind of inner baptism, where each tear makes room for a clarity they have never experienced before. There will also be a call to isolation, not as retreat, but as preparation. The chosen will feel the desire to step away from noise, confusion, and external influences. Silence will become comforting. Solitude will become necessary. God will draw them to this place so they can clearly hear what He is revealing. Isolation will not be loneliness. It will be instruction. As the portal approaches, the signs around will become more physical. Constant chills, pressure in the forehead, energetic sensations in the chest, changes in sleep, waking at spiritual hours. It is the portal's frequency connecting with the bodies of the chosen. Many will think something is wrong, when in truth, it is alignment intensifying. The body reacts to what the spirit already knows. Another sign is the falling of masks. People will reveal who they truly are. Hidden situations will come to light. Silent lies will be exposed. The portal illuminates everything that lives in the shadows, because no chosen one can carry deception into their new phase. This revelation may surprise you, but it will be necessary. God will show who must stay, and who should never have had access to your heart. And finally, there will come a silent certainty, an unexplainable confidence that you are being guided. A peace that doesn't come from the world, but from within. A conviction that you are exactly where you should be on your spiritual journey. It is when the portal reaches its peak and your spirit confirms, now you are ready. This is the moment when the old dissolves and the new approaches with power. As the December portal approaches, the chosen begin to experience a separation that is not physical but spiritual. It is as if God Himself were removing, one by one, the elements, people, and environments that cannot accompany them into the next stage. This separation does not happen through conflict, but through a mismatch of frequency. The chosen feel it before they understand it. Dear people drift away silently. Conversations that once felt natural become strange, and old connections lose meaning without apparent reason. It is not rejection. It is divine realignment. The portal exposes the vibrational truth of everything around you. What appears to be harmony, but is disguise, dissolves. What appears to be friendship, but is dependence, fragments. What appears to be love, but is control, distances itself. God separates the chosen so that nothing harmful enters the cycle that is being prepared. Many will feel this as loss, but in truth, it is protection. He is clearing your path of every energy that could slow your ascension. During this process, the sensitivity of the chosen becomes so deep that even the slightest vibrations become perceptible. Words that once went unnoticed now sound different. Subtle attitudes seem like shouts. Silences reveal more than speeches. This heightened awareness is not exaggeration. It is part of spiritual preparation. The portal demands clarity, and clarity only comes when the spirit is no longer buried under emotional interference or misaligned relationships. Separation also happens within you. Old beliefs begin to collapse, not from doubt, but from growth. Convictions that supported your life for years lose strength because your soul is moving towards something greater. The December portal unlocks your spiritual identity. It pushes away everything you thought you were in order to reveal who you truly are. The layers of your old version begin to fall, one by one, until your essence emerges with power. The feeling of being between worlds intensifies. It is no longer possible to belong to the past, yet it is still too early to fully see the future. It is a sacred limbo, where God works in the unseen while preparing you for what will be seen. At this point, many chosen ones will feel loneliness, but it is not abandonment. It is construction. God works in the silence behind the scenes, shaping every detail of what you are about to live. Opportunities that once made sense begin to disappear. Invitations cease. Doors that once seemed certain do not open. None of this is by chance. The portal requires that you be available for destiny, not for distractions. God closes doors because He knows that the chosen often remain in places that no longer serve His purpose. Divine separation is His way of keeping you from staying where He no longer is. It is in this process that inner strength emerges. Not a forced strength, but a spiritual fortitude born when the chosen one realizes that the world may change around them, but their essence remains untouched. Separation reveals that you do not depend on the environment to flourish. You depend on alignment. And that alignment will be the greatest gift of the December 2025 portal. When the December portal reaches its peak, something extraordinary will begin to manifest in the lives of the chosen, a new spiritual level that will not depend on effort, but on surrender. It will be as if heaven were pouring over them an anointing of expansion, clarity, and purpose that cannot be explained by human logic. It is an inner movement so deep that it changes the perception of everything, from emotions to the way the future is seen. One of the first effects of this new level is the activation of dormant gifts, not invented ones, but true spiritual abilities that God placed within you at the moment He called you. Intuition becomes more precise. Premonitions intensify. The spiritual reading of environments becomes almost immediate. The chosen begin to realize they always had these gifts, but now they are awakening fully, as if a light had been switched on inside their consciousness. Another powerful effect is courage. Not theatrical courage, but a deep impulse that pushes you toward what once seemed distant. The strength of the portal acts like a spiritual wind that removes fear and activates action. The chosen will feel that they can no longer stay where they are because their spirit itself demands movement. Ideas unlock, decisions become clear, and the desire to advance grows quietly. At this level, God begins to send continuous confirmations, signs, numbers, encounters, intense spiritual coincidences. Nothing will be random. Every detail will seem calculated by heaven, because it will be. The portal creates a direct channel of communication between the divine and the chosen, allowing them to quickly understand what once seemed confusing. What once required long prayer will now come as immediate direction. The body's energy also changes. Old fatigue disappears. Breathing deepens. Sleep adjusts. Many will feel waves of heat, constant chills, vibrations in the chest, and sensations they did not understand before. It is not illness. It is activation. The portal is realigning the body with the spiritual purpose. This alignment will strengthen your vitality to endure what is coming. The vision of the future expands. The chosen stop seeing life as a sequence of days and begin to perceive it as a mission. Earthly goals lose their shine. Eternal purposes gain strength. The portal unlocks the ability to see your own life through spiritual depth, revealing paths that were once hidden by fear, doubt, or distraction. The December portal will not come to change your life. It will come to activate who you are. And when that happens, the world around you will change too, because nothing remains the same before a chosen one who is truly awakened. As the December portal approaches, the chosen begin to experience a separation that is not physical, but spiritual. It is as if God Himself were removing, one by one, the elements, people, and environments that cannot accompany them into the next stage. This separation does not happen through conflict, but through a mismatch of frequency. The chosen feel it before they understand it. Dear people drift away silently. Conversations that once felt natural become strange, and old connections lose meaning without apparent reason. It is not rejection. It is divine realignment. The portal exposes the vibrational truth of everything around you. What appears to be harmony but is disguise dissolves. What appears to be friendship but is dependence fragments. What appears to be love but is control distances itself. God separates the chosen so that nothing harmful enters the cycle that is being prepared. Many will feel this as loss, but in truth, it is protection. He is clearing your path of every energy that could slow your ascension. During this process, the sensitivity of the chosen becomes so deep that even the slightest vibrations become perceptible. Words that once went unnoticed now sound different. Subtle attitudes seem like shouts. Silences reveal more than speeches. This heightened awareness is not exaggeration. It is part of spiritual preparation. The portal demands clarity, and clarity only comes when the spirit is no longer buried under emotional interference or misaligned relationships. Separation also happens within you. Old beliefs begin to collapse, not from doubt, but from growth. Convictions that supported your life for years lose strength because your soul is moving towards something greater. The December portal unlocks your spiritual identity. It pushes away everything you thought you were in order to reveal who you truly are. The layers of your old version begin to fall, one by one, until your essence emerges with power. The feeling of being between worlds intensifies. It is no longer possible to belong to the past, yet it is still too early to fully see the future. It is a sacred limbo, where God works in the unseen while preparing you for what will be seen. At this point, many chosen ones will feel loneliness, but it is not abandonment, it is construction. God works in the silence behind the scenes, shaping every detail of what you are about to live. Opportunities that once made sense begin to disappear. Invitations cease. Doors that once seemed certain do not open. None of this is by chance. The portal requires that you be available for destiny, not for distractions. God closes doors because he knows that the chosen often remain in places that no longer serve his purpose. Divine separation is his way of keeping you from staying where he no longer is. It is in this process that inner strength emerges. Not a forced strength, but a spiritual fortitude born when the chosen one realizes that the world may change around them, but their essence remains untouched. Separation reveals that you do not depend on the environment to flourish. You depend on alignment. And that alignment will be the greatest gift of the December 2025 portal. When the December portal finally closes, the chosen will enter a completely new spiritual territory. Life will no longer look the same, and everything misaligned with purpose will be exposed with striking clarity. This new cycle is not simply a continuation of the days to come. It is a divine summons to live with awareness, discipline, and courage. The chosen will need to walk with awakened hearts, knowing that every step now carries spiritual responsibility. The first calling for the chosen is to remain vigilant, not vigilant out of fear, but out of wisdom. The portal opens paths but also reveals distractions that attempt to pull them away from their mission. Spiritual vigilance means observing what touches the soul, what drains your energy, and what strengthens your connection with God. It means keeping your gaze fixed on purpose, even when the world tries to offer seductive shortcuts or empty promises. The second calling is to cultivate the divine presence daily. The chosen cannot rely on occasional moments of inspiration. They must build a spiritual routine that sustains their awakening. This involves sincere prayer, intentional silence, and moments of deep connection. God reveals himself in intimacy, and it is in that intimacy that the chosen will find direction, strength, comfort, and correction when needed. The portal has activated gifts, but God's presence will keep them alive. Another essential responsibility is learning to choose connections wisely. After awakening, not everyone will be able to walk alongside the chosen. This does not mean despising anyone, but discerning who is prepared to follow at a higher spiritual level. Relationships devoid of truth or respect for purpose will become burdensome. The chosen must surround themselves with people who uplift, strengthen, and honor the calling they carry. Love remains, but access must be filtered. The chosen will also be called to action. This new cycle is not for spectators. It is for spiritual warriors who understand that their words and actions shape atmospheres and transform lives. Each chosen one will face moments when they must speak, guide, protect, or warn others. The portal does not awaken for self-benefit alone. It awakens so the light can be shared. The mission is collective, even though the process is deeply personal. Another fundamental point is that the chosen must protect their energy. This means recognizing when something drains you, when a situation depletes your peace, when an environment weighs on your spirit. Energy protection is not isolation. It is wisdom. God wants His children to walk with clarity, and clarity can only exist where the spirit finds rest. When the chosen preserve their energy, they preserve their strength to fight, their capacity to listen, and their sensitivity to the divine. The portal also demands that the chosen embrace courage, the courage to say no, the courage to let go, the courage to start again, and the courage to obey. The spiritual path is not for those who fear change, but for those who understand that change is a divine tool. The chosen must trust that God never removes without replacing, never closes without opening, never exposes without rebuilding. Courage is the bridge between the portal and the promise. In addition, the chosen must learn to respect God's timing. Even after the portal, not everything will happen immediately. Some will experience rapid progress. Others will grow in silence. Others will be shaped through unseen processes. Divine timing is perfect, and every cycle has its reason. Impatience can break the spiritual rhythm. Surrender, on the other hand, accelerates manifestation. The chosen who trust God's timing never lose their way. In the end, the chosen one's journey after the portal will not be easy, but it will be sacred. Every step will be guided, every silence accompanied, every decision illuminated. The portal did not mark the end of a chapter. It marked the beginning of the true journey. And the chosen who continue with faith, discernment, and courage will see God transform their lives in ways they cannot yet imagine. If you feel this calling, recognize it. Your mission has begun now.